Oh no!
Вепря высадил в районе антенн для разведки. Жду дальнейших указаний. 056 это база, возвращайтесь домой. Вепрь, доложите обстановку. База, это Вепрь. Сопротивление минимальное. Кто-то прошел здесь до нас. Вепрь, приказ. Установить карантинный режим на территории антенн. Нарушителей режима уничтожать без предупреждения. База вас понял.
Скушал мой подарочек!
Always the controllers. I'd better do a hard save, quick save. Done and done. Doomed you to death in the face, right through your helmet. You guys are under-equipped. Oh, by the way, you know you play too much Stalker when you look at a clock and it says 9:39, and immediately you think Groznik. Or Val, or Venturines, etc. Oh. Yeah. I need to make it back to that backpack to stash some stuff. Stupid controller. Why don't you zombify those guys? Make them less active. Saying double. Saying double because there literally are two of them. Ha ha ha! That was a good shot. Now that's accurate. I was quoting Christopher Wells' character from Django Unchained. I need to see the original Django. It's 40 millikiller time. Will be once I pinpoint its location. First, got some things to take care of. that. These, that. This. Now. To pinpoint the location of that annoying controller, so I can doom it to death with 40 mils. I really hope I don't get a crashy go nuts. On my way to Pripyat from here. Figures. Not only a controller, but also mirrors. They often operate in tandem. I think I hear Monolith Battle Prize. I definitely do. But I also hear Spetsnaz. Let them fight each other. Between the two of them, I'd ally with the Spetsnaz. Inventory management. It's fun for me. But I'm sure it's making all y'all feel crazy go nuts. A go-go. 58 kilograms. I'm gonna get the MG3 and stick it in there. What's that? It's a Doom Giant. Oh no! Zoinks. Got 2 allies. See those green dots on my map? Oh no! I didn't even see him because of the messing up of my vision. $40 mil a kiloton. Oh no! Another troll. Huh. Which zone mutant do you think is most troll-like? And when I say troll, I mean like from the movie Troll Hunter. Fast-loading launcher. Not too many 40 mils left. I've got more stashed. Might as well use those up. Now hopefully I can get some hand grenades out of here without getting... I'll just take them all. Without getting beered. Alright. F1, that's exactly what I want. Nailed at least one of them. Where's the other one? Show me your eyes. I think I see it. Unless those are the eyes of a dead one. Maybe I nailed both of them. Looks like it. Oh, you know what? Since I've used up all the 40 mils I had currently on hand, might as well switch back to my top of the line 5.56. Both wars. Oh no, sprint. Okay, there it is. Still a good amount of space. Who knows, maybe I want to sell some of these pretty decent weapons to my allies out there. Make sure my ammo is properly managed, which it is. Keep these two belt-fed machine guns loaded. The MG3 is heavier than the PKM when they're both unloaded. Might as well switch over to plus P+. Even though I do believe it wears the gun down faster. But with repair kits, so what? Repair kits are meant to be used. If they're not being used, they're not serving their purpose, right? Right? Do I hear gunshots being fired in my direction? I hear gunshots. I don't think they're being fired in my direction. Oh, that's not a good sign. 66.6 kilograms. I can fix that, though, like this. 65.8, that's more like it. Might as well switch over to AP. What time is it? Not yet midnight. By the way, I'm eating hash browns with cheese melted on top and jalapeno ketchup. It's good. Well, I'd better make my way back to that alcove I set up as my home base. Overcast night, but the moon's out at least. I had a feeling it might be worth taking a look, one last look around here. That's a friendly. Now, there should be some dead Psi guys over here. If I didn't pillage their corpses already, I don't remember. AKM, not the most scope-worthy. Haha. Duty. I always find what appear to be Velis detectors on the dead Psi guys around here, but I'm not seeing them. AK-107. Balanced automatic recoil system. That should be 545. I know I've mentioned this before, but it's worth reiterating. The 107 is 545. The 108 is 556. In this mod, they're both 556, which begs the question, why are they both there? I guess someone figured it would make too much sense to have a 545 and a 556. A 107 and a 108. No, it's probably just a programming oversight. Well, I think I've thoroughly pillaged this place. Thoroughly enough, anyway. What should I take back with me? Oh, first I'll get everything situated. Situated for the situation. Well, maybe I'll try reverse engineering this whole thing. I wouldn't mind having a PKM in Pripyat if I can find Feng's exoskeleton. Hopefully I'll be able to get the info for that stash. So I would like to have that in Pripyat. So much stuff. Oh, don't need to prioritize pistol ammo. Will instead prioritize rifle ammo. Oh, well, I could do that on my first trip, or I've got an SVD waiting for me back at my stash. I don't know, what should I do? What should I do? I think that looks good. And I can leave that. I might find something on my way. So I'll leave some space. Yeah, but I guess 5 kilograms is good. And it crashed. As I predicted it would. Well, that's just great. Just typical. Let's try again. This one. Oh wait, I have to do all this over again, don't I? Ugh. This time I'll do it differently. Wanted to get it down below 105 kilograms, and that's exactly what I did. Now, I don't know exactly what the cause is of the crashing. Maybe if I do something differently. Like going this way instead of the way I went before. Not that that should... It doesn't seem like that should make a difference. Sprint. Oop. Were you trying to shoot through a brick wall? Hey, look. A bloodsucker. No, it's not a bloodsucker. What is he using? Oops. Screw this.
Живой! Отлично! Ты все-таки смог отключить выжигатель. Тут все просто с ума посходили, когда узнали. Все, кто мог, уже сейчас пробиваются к центру зоны. Одиночки.
Seriously, a FAMAS?
Долг. Даже наемники. Кто первый доберется, тот и получит все.
Malarchius Maximus.
Клондайк артефакт.
That was Malarchius Maximus. Feel free to use that term, but please give me credit. If you do. If anyone ever asks where you got it from. See if I can get the drop on him. Oh, wait. Good thing I came over here. Oh, I can't compliment this rifle enough on how hard it rocks.
Hold on. There.
Живой! Отлично! Ты все-таки смог отключить выжигатель. Тут все просто с ума посходили, когда узнали. Все, кто мог, уже сейчас пробиваются к центру зоны. Одиночки, свобода, долг, даже наемники. Кто первый доберется, тот и получит все. Исполнитель желаний, клондайк артефактов и черт его знает, что еще. Поспеши. Если в саркофаге действительно исполнитель желаний, то тот, кто первый доберется, его желание и исполнится. Сейчас как раз перед Припятью собирается отряд ветеранов. Если поспешишь, пойдешь с ними.
Lithian jihadists. Kind of inconsistent that the same guys are using guys who are part of the same club, so to speak, are using AKMs, which are old, or AK-107s, which are new, or AN-94s, which are new. I don't know, maybe that's not unusual. Oh, there's that again. Probably after midnight by now, yes. So I might as well go to sleep. Should I sleep here or should I find a hut to sleep in? Well, if I was actually in this situation, I would not want to sleep out in the open. This is more like it. And there's even a bedroll. Pretty bright out for being 6 o'clock. Looks more like midday. Time for breakfast. I'll eat one of each of these. Delicious! Now, can't leave behind the 40 mils. I know I already said that, but I can't reiterate it enough. Reiterate it enough. Oh, I went over 105. .9. Because the last time it crashed, I had gone that way. I'll go this way. Even though, like I said, that doesn't really make any sense. there. Hey, it didn't crash. At least not in the same spot it did before. Maybe I should hard save, quick save. Ha! Not even going to bother scrounging, although there's probably maybe some good stuff that's actually worth scrounging here. First I've got to stash what I'm already carrying. What's that?
Отряд свободы, прием! Это командир спецотряда ДО.
Don't crash? Good.
Приказываю вам развернуться и валить отсюда нахрен. В центре зоны вам делать нечего. Нифига себе! Ты чё вообще тут раскомандовался? Ща мы вам покажем, кто и куда валить отсюда должен. Ребята,
Are you guys gonna do something about these?
Получай, скотина!
One of those guys took that. That's okay. That sounds like freedom and duty going at it. I'm friends with both of them, so I'm going to stay out of it. Just don't hit me in the crossfire. I forget what the code is. There's a door up there. I forget what the code is for it, but I think, if I remember correctly, in Nilashok, you could get an RG6 in that room, but only on master difficulty. Leave the dog alone. I'm quoting the mayor from the Mask movie. I have all that stuff stashed, so it will take some time for this to do. What's that called? Prefetching? Maybe not. And maybe that's not what that was. I wonder who will be occupying this camp when I get back there. If anyone. No one. Might be a bloodsucker back here. Bloodsuckers sometimes spawn back here. Glad that there is not. Okay, where are my standard VOG 25s? Right there. But I think I'm going to do this instead. Because who knows what I'll run into. Also, I will leave this behind. Switch back to SS-109. Save the AP for Pripyat and beyond. That could come in handy. I vaguely recall, I think it was in the last episode I mentioned something about searching for an anti-bleeding artifact. And there we go. Leaving behind the scope, only because I love iron sights. What kind of condition is this in? Still good. This still good. Sniper rifle with a grenade launcher on it? Yes, please. I think I'll use the saw in Pripyat. And then for Stancia and beyond, I'll switch back to the Bofors AK-5. Phew. Probably will get some more use out of the Shrike. Also. Just to make the stash look neater. The AK-5 weighs less loaded than the Galil ARM does empty. We'll probably get some use out of this in Pripyat, and by probably I mean definitely. Well, I've got all this ammo. Should I burn it up or should I continue using this? I'll save that for Pripyat. These are all busted up weapons. If I recall, I think I scrounged those Pernash machine pistols off the Psy guys. The dead Psy guys I came across in the woods. I'll put all the busted up weapons in there. All the good weapons, ammo, meds, food, etc. in here. And I think I'll put the artifacts in here too. $10 for chemical burn, another 10 for chemical burn. Made up for entirely by that. And this makes up for the burn susceptibility. So I will stash one pellicle. Make that 2 pellicles. Unused artifacts and busted up weapons in this stash. Oh yeah, and I've probably talked about this before, not sure if I've talked about it in this LP, but the Ep.27, aka AUG-A1, which we Americans tend to call the AUG, has compound sights with functional backup CQC sights on top of the scope. Dig it. Can you dig it? Even 50. Now, these electrodes are unstable. Sometimes there's only one on one side. Sometimes they're on either side. Sometimes they're not there at all. I just double crouch jumped to get through that space. What do you think of that, Gordon Freeman? Double crouch jump. Oh, there's that shimmering white pavement. Ugh. Why did you do this to S.T.A.L.K.E.R? Modders, why? Why? The original graphics looked fine for Shadow of Chernobyl. No, don't. Oh. Auto switching to grenades. Totally nonsensical. There are Nikos. FGP-25s. That scope overlay, I don't think that's the right one. See? That's awesome. Compound sights. I'll go ahead and put that back on just for convenience. As I've said before, the AN-94, I don't commonly use it just because it lacks durability, with the exception of Brome's specialized storming Nico, as I call it. In this mod, anyway. This version of this mod. That sounds like a monolith. They have deep voices. So apparently, the Duty Squad wiped out the Freedom Squad, and then a Monolith Squad wiped out the Duty Squad. I don't know for sure. I'll have to reconnoiter the situation a bit more. I do hear more monolith chatter. Notice how it's not crashing. season. Fall is my favorite season, except for the allergens that are active during that time of year. Weather-wise, it's my fave because it's not too hot and it's not too cold. It's cool and crisp. Oh. Okay, forget it. Fumbled that one. At least I didn't fumble that. $49.9. Primo. $49.8. Oh yeah, and since I can't remember whether or not I illustrated this already during this LP, and since I already illustrated just a moment ago the G36 export version, I might as well go ahead. See, that's the wrong scope overlay, but oh well. These CQC backup sites are handy, and I like this correct reload animation. If that's called an HK slap with an HK, would this be a S.T.A.L.K.E.R slap? Scopes that are made for specific rifles I'll attach to that specific rifle, since they're not universally functional. Like the more familiar, but not that one. Okay, a bit too busy. Okay, there it is. That and that. There's only one rifle in this mod that I can recall that uses a detachable SUSET scope. And then you've got the rifles that have an integrally attached SUSET scope. Those would be the L85 and L86, the L86 being the light machine gun version of the L85. S.A.L.K.E.R, I think, was the name of the project that developed the rifle, the same way the AN-94 was developed during the Abacan trials. Abacan being both the name of the place where it happened and the code name of the project. I think, correct me if I'm wrong. So S.A.L.K.E.R would have been the code name of the project, I guess. And the rifle came to be known as the S.A.L.K.E.R unofficially. Once again, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't like to be wrong because I don't like to misinform people. It's not an ego thing. For some it might be, but not for me. Oh, I might as well. Look through this. Huh. It's eating his face. Let's see if that same number works for this up here. Probably not, but it's worth a shot. Probably not, but it's worth a shot. I already got the Pernash off, yeah. And whatever else you might have had. No! Well, that didn't do too much damage. Now let's see if those anti-bleeding artifacts actually work. It doesn't look like they're doing much of anything. Three, 4, 2, 0, 8, 9. Oh, now they did do something. And the code doesn't work just like I thought it wouldn't. That's okay. I don't really need an RG6. I prefer modular launchers that mount on rifles.
Артефакты, бабло есть? Он им нету. Опускайте его еще раз, достали, спрашивают. Артефакты, бабло есть? Да нету. Опять окунули и опять спрашивают.
See, that's why you shouldn't jack around with the graphics modders. At least not like this. If you are going to, be sure that you make it gooder, not anti-gooder. See if I can get just close enough to grab that. Manage it? Nope. That one. There's no way I can deactivate it just long enough to grab what I want and then back up just in time. I can spare a couple of med kits. I know my armor can take it. I don't know exactly why it is. Once you reach a certain point in the game, so many NPCs have sound suppressors attached to their rifles. I just did a double hard save, quick save. And for a moment forgot to
Подумал, да и говорит.
Press my record button again. So if that looked like a slight derp moment, that's exactly what it was. Oh, so much. Look at all that gear. What a perfect time for that. Not. Oops. Or did I mean to leave that? I don't know. Might as well wait out the storm. There will probably be more monsters to battle. Maybe I should have packed a S.T.A.L.K.E.R. See how it barely does any damage? Still, not taking any damage at all is better than taking even that slight amount of damage. Frivolous tactical reload! Oh, I knew it. It's the usual one or more controllers, one or more bureaus. I hear a bloodsucker also. No! Chimera! Accidentally switched to semi-auto. Switching back to full. Topping off mag. was that? Must be getting close. HEDP. It's 40 millikiloton. How'd you like the taste of that, huh? Ugh. Oh. Such a hangover. Good as new. As Rocco would say. Speaking of which, how did Rocco's Modern Life, a show chock full of adult humor, adult being a kind of a relative term, end up on Nickelodeon? You ever notice how that term adult humor is typically applied to exceedingly immature styles of humor more often than not? I could just ignore the Bureau that's out there, but I did bring these 40 mils. Well, I like to keep my launcher unloaded when not in use. Now that there's been a blowout, the positions of some anomalies might have changed. I could sell a lot of these things to these guys. More chimeras, more pseudo-giants, less controllers, less bureaus. Or would the correct way to say that be fewer chimeras, fewer bureaus? Or an even mix. More pseudo-giants, more chimeras. That alone would satisfy me. Because they're fun to battle. crash, don't crash, don't crash. Don't crash, don't crash, don't crash. Well, please don't crash. Thank you for not crashing. There we go. And electro on one side only. Is there a bloodsucker back here? No. I could swap this out for this and stash all of these. Slug slime. Did you ever see a movie called A Gnome Named Norm with Anthony Michael Hall in it? Am I still using plus P+? Yes, I am. I have a feeling that's going to start jamming soon. So I'll swap it out with this. I've got all this mass quantities of 9mm parabellum. Plus, I like Glocks. On the one hand, this will make me better equipped for dealing with monsters that spawn here. On the other hand, it means less inventory space for scrounging, and there's still more stuff to transfer over here. And in just that brief time, the other electro has taken a break. But it will be back. I've probably mentioned this before, but in real life, 40 mils of the HEDP variety, on average, typically weigh, I think, somewhere in the neighborhood of half a kilogram, or is it half a pound? Monolith. I don't know what this mod has against 9x39.
Так не смешно же.
Almost nobody uses it. Is it a bloodsucker? Another chance to see how well those anti-bleeding artifacts do. They're not very fast acting. Oh, those might have a decent resale value. By the way, if you need to narrow down your choices for a 5.56er, and you have enough options available to you that you can pick pretty much what you want, I recommend either an AK-5 or any Galil variant other than the micro Galil. So pretty much the Galil AR or Galil ARM. Oh, I could probably take a few more things. This is in good condition if I remember correctly. No, nope, not that one. Oh, that's right. I didn't fix it up, but I did bring it along. This is the one I was thinking of that's in good condition. Sometimes inventory management is fun for me. Other times it's as tedious as it is to watch. Was the FNC based on the RK-62? Or does it share design elements with the RK-62? The Galil was based on the RK-62. The RK-95 is the successor of the RK-62. Is that another bloodsucker? Check on that later. Do. Look at that broken road. Get it? What if it was a black road? I'm thinking of getting my mitts on the Misery mod, giving that a whirl. If so, I'll probably play as a sniper, because the sniper is also a shotgun. Shotguns and grenade launchers are my bread and butter in the zone. You can kind of tell how I have things separated. This is stuff that I'll most likely sell. Not so sure about these artifacts. I don't feel like going all the way back to Yantar. Unless I decide to continue playing after defeating Koshai. Maxed out. Everything stashed that I want stashed. Looks good. Now, this should be the final go. This accepts an ACOG, by the way, if I didn't already mention. Although I might as well sell some stuff. What will have that should have a good resale value. As should these. On the other hand, I wouldn't mind keeping at least one of each handy just to play around with in Pripyat. Oh, have Canny Halos fix a few of them up so I don't have to use up too many repair kits. On the other hand, I do have over 50. Don't need to be too stingy with them. I think this type of G36 is more, I didn't mean to do that, more common than this. I'll sell the ones that are in the most trashed condition and keep the ones that are in best condition. Might as well do the same for the AUG. SVD also. But I might worry about that later. And by worry, I don't literally mean worry. It's just a figure of speech. That's in good enough condition to put here. That should do it for now. A normal person would have just moved on to Pripyat already by now. but I want to be thorough. It's a rather menacing-looking helicopter. You got knocked the punk out. More like killed to death.
Глянь, мужик какой-то неподалеку маячит. И ни на долговца, ни на наемника не похож. Обрадовался, значит, молодой к нему. Так, подскажите, как бы мне рощу обойти. Тут и говорит, мне тоже в ту сторону, пошли вместе. Идут себе, хорошо, спокойно идут. Молодому скучно стало, он и начинает подлизываться. Вот, значит, здорово, как
Either keep those for myself or sell them separately.
Не ругаться от каждого шороха, оружия не таскать много. У мужика того и правда ствола видно не было. Ну, тот, стало быть, начинает ржать. Да кого тут вообще боятся? Как кого удивляется молодой? Ну, это монстров. Контролеры одни чего стоят. Мужик так помолчал и говорит обиженно. Дурак ты. Если б сказал зомби или кровосос, но нас-то, контролеров, за что монстрами обзывать?
That's one too many. Maybe more than one too many.
Таки надо было побольше говец спасти. Ведь как знал.
Вот послушайте, мужики.
Speak to me. Don't you want to trade? I'm not going to bother with the equipping of NPCs because at this point they should be spawning with good equipment anyway. I'm just selling stuff. Most of it's in trashed condition anyway. Got some mad harmonica skills going on there.
Самому, что ли, играть научиться?
Shredding on that harmonica through your gas mask. Skills. And that guy wouldn't talk. There we go. 40 mils. Do you got skills with 40 mils?
Сколько тут еще дрянь?
Yes, I phrased it that way on purpose.
Чистить. Не, ну это ты как-то не вовремя.
One of these I intend to keep.
Ёлки-палки, опять забыл старый заклад.
А теперь
You
музыкальная
must have liked what I saw.
И что? Зона. Да мы все теперь в зоне. С головы до ног. Я без карты уже по ней где хочешь могу. Майор! Ух, пожрать бы сейчас основательно. Ну, если повезет.
Найдем тех, кто все это устроил, и поговорим. Душевно так поговорим. По-мужски.
А теперь музыкальная пауза.
Ох, хорошо. Ух, пожрать бы сейчас основательно. А группа моя... Никого уже. Никого.
See why I did that?
Завалиться бы сейчас, подрыхнуть. Минут так на 600. И как там мои...
Was I going to sell you one?
Что
Yeah,
там у них?
at least one more.
Знать бы.
Ну вот, значит.
Even though I could walk right through that gate. Or not. Oh yeah, I guess I can. Yeah, that's still a thing in this mod. It just messes with my head that that is a fact. I want all the ammo for myself. I'll sell you guys all the scrap weapons. Can I talk to you finally? No, you're still being discommunicative.
Мастер, ну? Нет, ну чего этим свободовцам надо? Чтобы зону не трогали? Да как такое можно нетронутым оставлять? Это же не заповедник, блин. Тут смерть кругом.
I like the two-tone GSH-18. Don't like the sights on the Bagheera.
Таки надо было побольше говен спасти.
Эх, без музыки и радости нет. Ну, порадовал, порадовал.
Ну и ухайдукался я. Полный ноль. Раскисать пока
А вот что я еще слышал.
Ох, нельзя.
Паркуются в лесочке на баре двое сталкеров. Первый крутой такой весь, аж из ушей лезет. На лендровере, ну или типа того. Второй замухрышистый, на драной ниве. Ну и начинает крутой прикалываться, глядя как тот все никак дверцу помятую захлопнуть не может. Кричит ему: мужик, что ты со своей развалюхой морочишься? Кому она нужна? Ты бы еще противоугонку поставил.
If that was an AK-108, I might consider buying it and stashing it in case I do decide to come back. and adventure some more in Red Forest. But I just can't stand the idea of the 107 and the 108 both being chambered for the same caliber. It defeats the point of having them both in the same mod. And that messes with my head. Messes with my head.
Сейчас я вам сыграю. Чем сыграть?
Like I said, I have an incentive to buy what he's got.
Самому, что ли, играть научиться?
As much as I like the S.T.A.L.K.E.R P220 in real life, I have one, after all.
Полный ноль.
I've always preferred the USP compact in S.T.A.L.K.E.R just because it holds one round more per mag in a standard mag.
Нет, все равно. Показывал. А теперь музыкальная пауза. Правда, такого нет. Не дай бог мир такой. О, хорошо. Завалиться бы сейчас, подрыхнуть. Минут так на 600. Ну и ухайдукался я. Полный ноль. А раскисать пока нельзя. Ох, нельзя. Ох. Что, защитник человечества? Спать хочешь? Нельзя, нельзя. Люди надеются на тебя. Как же надеются? Нифига они про нас не знают. Да и хрен с ней, со Славой. Разобраться. Короче, Хогман. Не разъехались в зоне наемники и бандюки. Ну, повыскакивали, стволы подоставали, пошла пальба. А контролер, что у перекрестка засел, доволен.
Yeah, I know it seems kind of goofy that I just bought that and I'm selling it back to him, but I'm just trying to offload stuff anyway.
А хорошо.
I've spent almost this whole day in game time. Doing this. Yeah, I got him down to 9 rubles. Yeah.
Ну, порадовал, порадовал.
Oh, look at that, I can get him down to...
Черт, но ведь какие уроды.
One
Свобода
ruble.
всем даром. Какая тут свобода? Выпустить тварей за периметр. Сами шизанутые, в сторонку отойдите, мешайте работать.
Нет, все равно. Пока зону не сделаем, не уйдем отсюда. Права у нас такого нет.
Короче,
Не
Хохма.
дай бог в мир такое выползет.
Сталкер пришел к Костоправу, жалуется. Доктор, совсем спать не могу. Как засну, сразу увидится, будто в саркофаге меня с кучей монстров заперли. Это вас, судя по всему, контролер предупреждает. Значит, как в следующий раз в поле пойдете, не забудьте бутылку ему оставить. А не то, благодарю, доктор. Обязательно, обязательно. Да не за что, говорит контролер. Вот за доктора, это да, это спасибо. Порадовал старика.
Did he just say perestroika?
Полный ноль. Расписать пока нельзя.
Good thing NPCs don't have weight limits. At least I don't think they do.
Черт, мы ведь какие уроды.
9727 and
Какая свобода.
А вот
you're
анекдот.
still being anti-communicative, but that's okay because since I'm neutral toward you and you're friendly toward, or you're neutral toward me and you're friendly toward me,
А на карте ее
you will give me
ну, зеленый туда-сюда, как быть. И
Better
салат
resale.
зеленый, как лучше обходить неизвестно. Тут глянь, мужик
I think-
какой-то неподалеку маячит. И ни на долговца, ни на наемника не похож. Обрадовался, значит, молодой к нему. Так, мол, так, а не подскажете, как бы мне рощу вот эту вот обойти? Тут и говорит, мне тоже в ту сторону, пошли вместе. Идут себе, хорошо, спокойно идут. Молодому скучно стало, он и начинает подлизываться. Вот, значит, здорово, как...
almost done with this whole process for this area. In the end, it'll be worth it. It'll be worth all this time I've spent doing this because there is a chance that the mod might become so unstable in just such a way that once I get to Pripyat, I might not be able to get back. So I want to have as much stuff, as much good stuff that will be useful there as I can manage. Here's another reason why I did this. So I have an excuse to mount these on things. Automatic reload. I've never been a fan of that. hard to read these numbers with this resolution, but this is the best resolution I can use with my current equipment. Oh, let's see what time it is. What do I want to take? First. Pripyat. Oh, might as well fix up the RPG.
I always forget how small the space is, but it'll still be a nice area. This area underneath the stairs, I want to turn into like a prayer area. Just hoping that my back can start feeling better so I can start working on it.
If you heard any talking in the background, that was my former roommate's wife. Tell me if you think the Beretta PX4 Storm would make a good addition to a future Stalker mod. A potential future Stalker mod. Oh, I'm going to call it for this episode pretty soon, but before I do, I'm going to throw these SVD, not literally throw, but drop. These SVDs to see what styles they are. Looks like 5 of them are like the one I have stashed. While these 2 are the reverse. Synthetic forearm with wood stock. And once again, I don't understand why they couldn't give them inventory icons that match their in-world and in-view appearance. Just to double check. Yeah, I was right. Doesn't really matter which one of these I fix up. Never hurts to have duplicates. See what time it is. Oh, I think I'll call it for this episode. Then in the next episode, what will probably occur is I'll go to sleep first, wake up in the morning, waste some monolithian jihadists, do maybe a bit more stash and sell, then move on forward to Pripyat. That's the plan. So till next time, catch you on the flip side and see you next mission.